Hey guys, what's good? Thank you for tuning into yet another video. If you have not subscribed as yet, please go ahead and do so. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and turn on your post notification so you will be the first to get a video when I post it. Today we are talking about Tanisha Paghsley.
MPD detective Tanisha Paghsley was shot and killed Monday morning. Police believe a domestic violence incident prompted her murder.
This is the story of 27-year-old Tanisha Paghsley, a detective with the Montgomery Police Department who was devoted to helping her community. She was a wonderful and beautiful person who loved life, was very humble, and was committed to protecting and serving every day. While she was succeeding in her professional life, she was dealing with domestic abuse in her personal life. Sadly, a little over a month after taking out a restraining order against her abusive ex-boyfriend, he shot and killed her. How could this happen to someone who was so caring and who was also a member of law enforcement? This story takes us to Montgomery, Alabama. Tanisha Paghsley was a very hardworking young woman. She attended Alabama State University where she displayed her love for bowling and was a member of her bowling team. She graduated with a degree in criminal justice. She worked for the Montgomery Police Department 4 years and was working on advancing further in her career. Tanisha was well on her way professionally but was having trouble with an ex-boyfriend. She was previously in a relationship with 24-year-old Brandon Webster. The two purchased a home together, but at some point, Brandon became physically abusive towards Tanisha. She broke up with Brandon and was forced to file a petition for a restraining order against Brandon on May 22, 2020. In her request for a restraining order, she reported that Brandon struck her twice on the side of the head with an open hand while she was holding her 5-month-old godchild. His actions caused me to drop the infant, she wrote on the protection order request. Although Brandon has moved out of the residence, he continues to unexpectedly show up and physically assault me. He sends threatening text messages, and once he is blocked, he continues to call my phone private. Tanisha also reported that Brandon has threatened to confine or hurt her, as well as restrain her. It was obvious that Tanisha was afraid of Brandon and feared for her life, therefore she pleaded with the court to have Brandon turn over all of his firearms as a part of the restraining order. On June 19, 2020, the court approved Tanisha's request for a restraining order, which prohibits Webster from harassing Tanisha or putting her in a reasonable fear that she may be physically harmed. However, the judge who issued the order did not require Webster to surrender any of his weapons. On July 6, 2020 around 2:15 a.m., 911 dispatchers received a call about gunshots. Officers in Montgomery Police Department responded to the scene. Off-duty detective Tanisha Paghsley was discovered by officers and paramedics at her house at the 6700 block of Overview Drive, suffering from a gunshot wound. Sadly, paramedics could not save Tanisha. Investigators determined her death was a result of a domestic dispute. Later that day, they arrested her ex-boyfriend Brandon Webster for Tanisha's murder. Brandon stormed into Tanisha's home carrying an AR-15 where he observed Tanisha sitting with a male friend. After a brief scuffle, the male friend escaped the home and Brandon shot Tanisha in the chest, killing her.
A Montgomery police detective apparently murdered in her home this morning. Investigators say it appears she is the victim of domestic violence.
According to our investigation, allegations of domestic abuse by her boyfriend Brandon Webster started months ago. Paghsley documented Webster's abuse in court records. She said he hit her in the head twice with an open hand and continued to physically assault her as late as May of this year. A judge determined Webster was a threat during the hearing in June. He was banned from the house they owned together on Overview Drive and could not come to her work. 2 weeks later, Paghsley was shot to death, and Webster was arrested for 2 counts of capital murder and 1 count of attempted murder. While Montgomery police are investigating the case, they have not confirmed Webster is charged with Paghsley's death or identified the victim of an attempted murder.
Now, we can report just moments ago, MPD did confirm that Webster is now charged with Paghsley's murder specifically. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals. Now he's being held without bond.
Brandon Webster was indicted by a Montgomery County grand jury on capital murder during a burglary, capital murder, while there was protection from abuse order in place among other charges related to Paghsley's death. He is being held without bond on the capital murder charge. No trial date has been set. Tanisha Paghsley was a daughter, sister, and friend whose life was tragically taken by the hands of a former boyfriend. She will be remembered as the beautiful person she was both inside and out. Tanisha Paghsley was motivated to help her community, and she did so every chance she got. She wanted women to protect themselves and stay safe. In one of her last Facebook posts, Tanisha urged women to take steps to protect their safety. She posted, "Ladies, with all that is going on today, please make sure that you are very careful. Please don't go out at night alone. Also, please go to the range and take some lessons and make sure that you are proficient with a firearm. I would suggest not to use pepper spray simply because depending on the way the wind is blowing, it may harm you more than help you. Whatever that you decide to use, be diligent in learning the advantages and disadvantages." Being a police officer, Tanisha knew the dangers that exist in society and wanted to help other women.
Hey guys, we have come to the end of another video. Another life loss, another senseless killing. Guys, you can just leave your comment under the comment section and let me know what are your thoughts. I just want to say condolences to the family and friends, and rest in peace, Tanisha. Bye.